thank you for joining me today. My name is Trisha, and I'm going to be walking you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. Today we're asking people to try using a website design that we've been working on so that we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about 10 minutes. I want to emphasize right away that we're testing the site and not you. You cannot do anything wrong here. There are absolutely no right or wrong answers. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're doing, and what you're thinking. This will be a really big help for me. Please do not worry that you're going to hurt my feelings. We are doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people will do it when there's no one sitting there to help them. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them then. And if you need to take a break at any point, just let me know. You may also end the session at any point. You may have noticed the camera. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen or on the paper and our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it will not be seen by anyone except for the people working on this project. And it helps me because I won't have to take as many notes. Alright, here we have the home page. I know, it's absolutely stunning. We're going to have you look at this page and tell me what you make of it. What strikes you about it, whose site do you think it is, what you can do here, and what it's for. Just look around and do a little narrative.
Well, as I can see, the site is for Smith-Worthington. It's got what captures me is the big gallery type of thing you have. I can click on either side to shuffle through your images. I can see that there is a description for your brand as well as the headings for each of the different pages that your site might have, as well as this lovely picture down below.
Thank you. Now we're going to do some specific tasks. I'm going to read each one out loud, and I have a copy for you to reference when you're doing it. I'm also going to ask that you use these tasks without using the search button, which will be very easy since I do not have a search button implemented on the site at this moment. We'll learn a lot about how well the site works that way. And again, as much as possible, it will help us if you try to think out loud as you go along. This first task is to please purchase a hunter jumper saddle, completely custom, after reviewing the custom saddle guides. That's for your reference.
Alright, so the first thing that I would imagine you do is click the Shop tab. And if we are looking for a custom saddle, I'm sure you click Custom Dressage Jumper All-Purpose Military Saddle Seat. Okay, so I'd click that. And we are looking for a Hunter Jumper saddle, so I would click Hunter Jumper.
This is a larger scale. Let me just make sure it's in the camera. Good.
So, the first thing you do, it seems, is fit in the saddle. So you would download whatever image or video you might have, and I would watch or review whatever it is that you have on there. And then after doing that, I would come down to step 2. Please follow the instructions to determine how your saddle should fit your horse. I would download that and look through all of that. And after determining all of that and doing it myself and doing what the videos tell me to do with my horse, I would build my saddle.
Oh, that's a lie.
Alright. So, first thing I would do is look at seat choice, and I would type in the size seat that I need, and then I'd use this drop down to find the seat family that works for me. Step 2, I would do the same thing, click on flap style, determine the flap style that is best for me, as well as the knee roll and the thigh block. And then I would move down to the billets, choosing the style and then the length, and then of course the stirrup bars, determine what I would want for a stirrup bar. I've got big feet, so I would use maybe the extended or adjustable. The leather type for the seat, and then I would use the drop down for panels, the skirts and flaps, and the flap inserts. And then I would upload my fit to horse, the diagram from our saddle fitting guide, so I'd upload that and check out.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Do you have any comments regarding that initial or that first task?
No, not really.
No thoughts?
No. Once it's on a computer, it will be a little easier. I just feel like with it on paper, it's a little
Yeah, it's a little
difficult
awkward.
Like, it looks like a lot of information written down, but I'm sure once it's on the computer and you're going through and doing it, it will look a lot better.
Yes. Unfortunately, my handwriting isn't as pristine as a font. All right. Are you ready for the second task?
I am.
Excellent. The second task, I'm going to ask you to purchase a Stellar Pulsar dressage saddle with an 18.5-inch seat and an extra wide width. So we're back on our home page.
So, the first thing that I would do again is shop. And then I would click dressage.
Can I ask you, what were you thinking just then? Or could you elaborate?
Well, at first I thought this was all one bit here, so I'm sure once you have it on the computer, you'll differentiate between the different. Because I thought maybe it was custom dressage, like that was all one link. So then but then I realized that it was the dressage is a separate. Like these are all separate links for different things. So you're not going to custom dressage jumper. You're going to custom dressage jumper. So that was so I clicked dressage.
Thank you.
Stellar Pulsar view. And then I would select seat size for 18.5 and the width of extra wide, and then quantity of 1. And add to cart.
Great. Any additional thoughts on this task?
Other than what we just talked about the links, no. It's all very straightforward. You can see all the different pictures, which is nice.
Great. We have our third and final task. Are you ready to move on with it?
Yes.
Excellent. So task 3 is to purchase a matching bridle for the dressage saddle you just purchased. A signature roll dressage bridle, horse size. And I'll provide you with the papers.
Alright, so again, I'd click shop. And we're looking for bridle, a dressage bridle, so I'd click dressage. We're looking for the Signature World dressage bridle, so I'd click that. Size, horse size, I'd look at all the pretty pictures to see it on this horse, this beautifully drawn horse. And then I'd click the horse size, quantity of 1, and add to cart.
Any additional thoughts on this task?
Nope. Nope, I think the same thing with that previous task about differentiating the different...
You were able to carry that same thought process over to this task.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. I would like to thank you for participating today. I really appreciate it. Do you have any questions, comments on the overall navigation design, the functionality of the site?
No, everything looked pretty simple, pretty, you're able to jump right into it, and you wouldn't need somebody, you wouldn't have to contact the designer to navigate the site. So I think it's all very well put together.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining me today. My name is Trisha, and I'm going to be walking you through the session. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. Today we're asking people to try using a website design that we're working on so that we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about 10 minutes. I want to emphasize right away that we're testing the site and not you. You cannot do anything wrong here. There's absolutely no right or wrong answers. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help for me. Please do not worry that you're going to hurt my feelings. I'm doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them to help. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them then. And if you need to take a break at any point, just let me know. You may also end the session at any point. You may have noticed the camera. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. This recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it won't be seen by anyone except for the people working on this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. If you would, I'm going to ask you to sign a simple permission form for us. It says that we have your permission to record you and that the recording will only be seen by the people working on the project. We already did this, so
Okay.
I'll cut it out of the video. All right. First, I'm going to ask you to look at this page and tell me what you think of it. What strikes you about it? Whose site do you think it is? What can you do here and what is it for? Just look around and do a little narrative, please.
Well, obviously it's horse related. I do recognize the name Smith-Worthington, so that tells me it's saddlery. I'm not sure what else you want to know.
That's totally fine. All right, now we're going to do some specific tasks. I have 3 in total. Through these tasks, I will learn a lot about how well the site works. And again, as much as possible, if you can try to think out loud while you're navigating. A little awkward, I know, but. So our first task, please purchase a hunter jumper saddle, completely custom, after reviewing the saddle guides. So you want to pretend these are links, so click, click.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, that was a little unclear.
Yeah, so, I guess I want to shop. Oh. Custom saddles. Actually, I probably would have gone to bargains first. And a jumper.
Page gets a little bigger. Give me one moment. I just need to make sure the camera is adjusted.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Please follow the instructions to determine how your saddle should fit you. I have to download that. It didn't download.
Yeah. The assumption is.
Oh, I'm just doing the steps. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get a saddle?
Sorry.
Alright, step 2, fitting saddle to horse. Follow the instructions to determine how your saddle should fit your horse. Download that. Build your saddle. Pretty simple. Alright, seat choice. I don't have a keyboard. Nice seat. Drop down. Lap style. Nero. I don't look at pass on that. Do I want a custom flap? I think I'll be good without a custom flap. Billets. Lots of good choices. Might be easier if it were a choice just to have the same leather for the whole saddle. But that's okay, it's nice to have the options too. So diagrams, upload my diagrams. Alright, now I can check out.
Excellent. Do you have any additional thoughts on this first task?
No, there's a lot of choices, but if I'm doing custom, I'm gonna want the choices.
Great. All right. For the second task. Please purchase a Stellar Pulsar dressage saddle with an 18.5-inch seat and an extra wide width. We have the home page again.
Okay, let's go back to shop. Massage. Still a Pulsar. Okay, seat size. 18.5. Width, extra wide. Quantity 1. Add to cart.
Any additional thoughts to this task?
No, very simple.
Great. We have one more task. For our third and final task, please purchase a matching bridle for the dressage saddle. A signature rolled dressage bridle, horse size.
Alright, shop. Bridles, dressage. signature rolled. Can I click on here to go right to it, or I have to view? Size horse, quantity 1, add to cart.
Perfect.
Very easy to use website.
Any other thoughts?
It's just really easy to use.
Great.
Although I haven't, looked at services or anything yet. But
All right, that finishes out our session. I really appreciate you coming up and completing these for
well,
me.
you're very welcome.
Actually excellent since you've never navigated a website before.
No.
All right. Hi,
Hello.
my name is Trisha and I'm going to walk you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you and I'm going to read it to make sure I cover everything. Today we're asking people to try using a website design that we're working on so that we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about 10 minutes. I want to emphasize right away that we're testing the site and not you. You can't do anything wrong here. There's absolutely no right or wrong answers. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help. Please don't worry that you're going to hurt my feelings. We're doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away, since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them then. And if you need a break at any point, just let me know. You may also end the session at any point. You may have noticed the camera. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it will not be seen by anyone but the people that are working on this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. All right. First, I'm going to ask you to look at this page and tell me what you would think of it. What strikes you about it? Whose site do you think it is? And what can you do here?
Okay, it's Smith-Worthington. And Smith-Worthington, I understand, is a saddle company, manufacturer thereof, and I'm looking for a saddle, and I want to know what kind of saddles they offer and what stuff that they may be able to help me with after I buy their saddle, and maintenance and or broken things and whatever, because I break things.
Perfect. Alright, we're going to ask you to do some specific tasks. There are 3 in total. I am going to read it out loud to you and also put it down here for your reference. So the first task is to purchase a custom hunter jumper saddle after reviewing the saddle guides.
So this is task 1. I should be playing with this now, or we're
Yeah.
going to go through this whole thing? Okay. So I need a hunter jumper saddle. I think I'd go to the brand first, and that would pop up, maybe would pop up saddles.
May I suggest another route?
Sure, go ahead, because I am computer illiterate, so.
Looking to purchase.
Yes, I want to buy one.
Yeah.
So I gotta go to the shop. I have to go to the shop.
Yeah.
Aha, beautiful. And this pops up, and goodness gracious, saddles. I'm having a custom. I want a custom one, because I'm so good at hunter jumping. And custom jumper. Click, click. Saddles. And lo and behold,
This is your new page.
this is my new, this came up, and I have hunter, jumper, dressage, and other. I want a hunter jumper.
Yep. This next page is
And it
long.
has to fit my horse. It's huge. It's like my dog. Alright. Fitting the saddle to the rider And fitting, yeah, that makes sense. That's what you have to do. It has to fit me and it has to fit my horse. So I have to follow instructions to determine how your saddle should fit you. So basically, yeah, I have one option here, download. And I'm downloading my fitting said custom saddle to me, which they're gonna make to fit me.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
So when you click that, a file will download to your computer and you will
Yes.
fill it out.
And the file, the file will be like, will ask me a bunch of questions about like
Yep.
my butt size and my
Yes,
this and that. Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, okay, yeah, my leg maybe.
Yep.
Or, yeah, okay.
Anything
And
related.
it's just normal stuff that they'd ask me about how I'm gonna sit in a saddle.
Yeah.
Which, okay.
So once you do that, you can.
Alright,
Move
then I'm
on.
going to step 2, where now we have to fit it to my horse because horses are all different like people. So step 2, download.
The same thing will go on where you follow that guide.
The guy and they asked me how many hands my horse is, how big his freaking withers and whatnot
Yep,
are, and
exactly.
how probably not how long his legs are because that makes no difference. Really. But okay, step 3, build my saddle. Let's go. I've filled out those 2, step 1 and 2.
Yep.
All right. Seat choice has already been filled in for me, I think. This popped up when? How did I pop this up?
When you clicked the let's go.
Oh, let's go. I went to this.
Yep.
All right, here we went. Here we went. Seat choice, the size is already filled out because of my, right? That little size box would have a size in it because of back here.
That is a very good idea.
Huh?
Um,
Wouldn't it already come
intended-
up?
The intended use would be you download that and take the information and fill out the form, but that's a very, very good idea.
Would have it come up automatically into their thing, and the seat family already, that's already in too, right? And now I know some about saddles, but flat choices, if I'm going for a hunter jumper, it comes with a certain style anyways. Not, but I have options on that particular style also, right?
Yes.
How do I find out my flat style?
That would be in the guide. In the
Oh, that would
previous
have
page.
already asked me that stuff, and my knee roll and all this stuff.
Yep.
So if I had filled that out and entered it already, all this stuff I would think would, when I went being computer illiterate, I'd like this all to come popping right up already right in there, and I could review. This is my kind of my order form, I think. So
Absolutely.
if I've already filled out all my choices and my specifications, it should process that and pop up here. I know enough about computers that if you give them enough information and give them a task, they can do it. If you give them the right directions. That's what you have smart computer
Yep.
people for, unlike me. Alright, so my thigh block, my custom flap, billet, I don't, that all of this stuff. So this whole page which you created, which is nice, will transform the information that I've given here, fit to horse,
Yep.
fit to me. This is a summary of these 2 steps.
Exactly.
So this here should automatically process, once I download this and it gives the computer and everything the time to think about it, it should be able to print this for me, so I have
And then
tangible piece of paper to look at, because that's what I look at, not computer screens. And that'll tell me, okay, yeah, that sounds about right for my size. That's the seat, that's the flaps I want, la-di-da-di-da, Billy. Stirrup bars, I wanted this kind, yeah. Well, I might have to fill that out, right, stirrup bars.
if you have a preference.
Yeah, but this stuff would have come up automatically, I think. And then the leather type would be my choice. And I'd fill this in when I get this one. And then fit the horse. Again, I'll circle back around to if you put this stuff
The
in there,
previous
fit the
page.
horse, right?
Yeah.
Then it should come up already. My fit to horse
The
should say what size tree rack or whatever you rack would call it, right? Or whatever.
There's
Dash.
some things that would be automatically uploaded, and then some things you would have to take actual photos and upload those for.
Fine, but the computer and the people
As much as
designing my
possible.
saddle should have all that information, and my fit to horse should be done already, and it should print out something that layman will understand. You're gonna have this, that, or the other thing, and I'll say, okay, this is like a checkoff form, and then I sign it, I got a contract, and they build my saddle off of this thing, right?
Perfect. Good job.
Okay,
Wait, we're not done yet.
there, I just got a custom hunter jumper saddle. In,
Just what you
in
need.
pure alligator leather from Africa. They don't have alligators in Africa.
That was not one of the
Crocodile.
choices.
Oh no, I imagine you're eco-friendly and you don't do
Sorry, sustainable.
that.
All right, for the second
But they were
task,
grown on alligator farms.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
For the second task, I'm going to ask you to purchase a Stellar Pulsar dressage saddle with an 18.5 inch seat and extra wide width.
Oh, I didn't know tricks with a dressage horse. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to shop. Click. And I need a saddle. I want a dressage saddle. Click. Bingo, bango. I got dressage saddle. Here's my picks. I want a Stellar. These are their options that they provide. You can give me a Matrix, a Mystic Buffalo, or a Stellar Pulsar. That's the baby I want. View. Click, click. There's the saddle. For the rider, that's my.
These are actually just descriptions. So
Okay.
you don't have, it's not as
And the seat
intense.
size, I'd fill in my seat size and I'd fill in my width. And I really only can afford one of these, I'm sure. I have to take a small mortgage out to do that anyways. And I add to cart.
Great. Any thoughts
And then
on
whip
this?
that baby out of the back room and throw it in my cart.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the back of my gator, because I've been to the damn salad place so long, I bought the place out and remortgaged my house.
We have one more task.
And do they offer any used ones?
Yes,
Okay, well,
but I do not
options.
have. Yes, there are lots of options.
Options.
These are frequent, what we anticipate to be frequent tasks.
At a
people-
saddle place.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, when I'm buying a saddle.
Task number 3, purchase a matching bridle for your dressage saddle. A signature rolled dressage bridle in horse size.
Oh, so this is gonna match my dressage saddle, which is my Stellar Pulsar dressage saddle. All right, so I'm gonna go back to shop again. Accessories, bridles, accessories, bits. No, I don't have a shortage of bits. Thank you. Alright, bridles, click. Actually, bridles, dressage. I could have just gone right to dressage, right? That's what I would have done. And I have my dressage, and these are the ones that the beautiful Smith-Worthington offers.
Some. The ones
Ah.
I could fit on the page.
Okay, and then you just it would click up all of them.
Yep.
You know,
All the dressage bridles that were.
asked for.
Yes.
Okay. And I want a rolled dressage bridle. I want the rolled dressage. I want to see that. Oh my goodness, that's just what I'm looking for.
Stunning, I know.
And it's a size thing because it's the size of mouth, right? How big the
Head. Mouth.
Yeah, the bit. Well, the bridle is the whole thing,
Yeah.
and the bit's something else. Okay, so, and I know the size of my horse.
Yes.
He has a big head. Big. And he wants one of these. And add it to my cart because I
Perfect.
need it to match my saddle because it all matches my trailer too.
So you look
Yes,
beautiful.
my trailer and my truck match and my bridle and my saddle
Yeah.
and my horse match and and the little stencil on the outside of my trailer matches my horse.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's the only way to go.
And then my purple barn colors clash with everything.
No.
No, they go well with everything.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Okay.
your time.